I've always been an alchemist, transmuting what remains after destruction, creating something new, hopefully infusing the innocence, love, and light that was lost, building with broken shards that make my hands bleed. Loss doesn't just come from death, but from what was supposed to be and never will. That feeling of grief swells, and then the almost unthinkable question hits. What next? Welcome to the Obliterated Place for all the brokenhearted, a space dedicated to creating something from the unrecognizable remnants of loss in its many forms. A place to witness one another's grief and choose to honor grief through our actions, big and small. I'm Kaye Steinsapir. Thanks for joining us today. Hello, and welcome back to the Obliterated Place. I'm your host, Kaye Steinsapir. Thanks for joining me today. If you're coming back, thank you so much. If you're brand new, thank you. I'm so honored that you decided to come and check out my podcast. Today, I have for you one of my very favorite people. He is my son, Eli William Steinsapir, and he has been wanting to be a guest on my podcast since I started playing around with the podcasting feature on Substack in our rental house in Venice after we were displaced by the fire, which we still are, but that's neither here nor there. I didn't exactly pick the most opportune time to start podcasting and continue podcasting, but I kind of like that about it, that it's just messy and learning as I go along, and an example of there's never a perfect time to do something or really the right time to do something. So just start messy, start imperfect, and figure it out as you go along. Well, Eli has been sitting alongside me many a times when I've been practicing, doing my recordings and what have you. And he's always very interested and has been asking me if he could be a guest. So I thought, of course, why not? He is truly one of the most delightful people. I know I'm biased, but he is just an awesome, awesome kid. Eli is 10 years old. He just turned 10. For those of you who don't know our family, who don't know, a little bit about us, Eli is my third child. He was born when I was 39. I had Molly and Nate already. I think they were 6 and 8. Yes, they were 6 and 8. Eli was a kid that we weren't sure we were going to have a third child, or we were going to try for a third child. And we had already given away all the baby stuff, all the gear, everything. And we were just kind of getting to the point where it was a little easier. John and I were both really busy practicing attorneys. We had Molly and Nate, and I just could not get away from this feeling that another person was meant to join our family. It was just like this nagging feeling that I felt, and it just kept getting stronger and stronger, almost louder. Like if you imagine like somebody was initially like just tapping very quietly, and then by the, over a period of time, it was like they were pounding. Like I couldn't escape this feeling that our family was not yet complete and that we were meant to have a third child. So we decided to honor that, to give it a try, see what happened. Not for a long period of time, just kind of open the door briefly. And if something happened, great. If not, then we would know it wasn't meant to be. And mind you, I was told I had a miscarriage before Molly. And I was told then that I probably wouldn't be able to get pregnant on my own, that I would have to do IVF with genetic selection, all these things. So, it wasn't like a given that I was just going to get pregnant. I was a little bit older and I'd already been given this news. So nevertheless, we were just like, well, let's just see what happens. So I, of course, do become pregnant with Eli, and I had a really challenging pregnancy like I did with the other two, but this time I was sick really throughout the pregnancy. And shortly after Eli was born, he was a few months old, and I felt a lump in my breast when I was breastfeeding. And, you know, I nursed my other kids as well. And I wasn't even yet 40, so I wasn't having mammograms. And I'm sort of a hypochondriac, or I was before all of this happened. So I, of course, freaked out about this. I didn't assume like, oh, this is nothing. I always assume whatever is something bad. So I go and get this checked out. And of course, my OB says, no, this is like from breastfeeding. This is a milk duct. But just to, you know, make sure, let's just image it. And then, you know, a long process of appointments and tests and scans. And lo and behold, I had 3 tumors in my breast, and a lot of lymph nodes under my arm had cancer in them. And I'm looking at a 5-month-old baby, and my older kids, of course, and absolutely terrified, petrified. I didn't even know how to handle it all. And I was so afraid that he might not remember me at all, that maybe my treatment wouldn't be successful. My doctors were not entirely encouraging at all times. Definitely had a few with a bedside manner that was pretty scary. But, you know, here I am almost 10 years later. So if you're somebody who's, you know, recently diagnosed, keep going. Just keep going. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and, you know, you'll get there. You'll get there. I remember I had to stop nursing just kind of cold turkey. There was no gentle, you know, weaning off with the cabbage leaves or whatever the things are. It was like I had to just stop and immediately start treatment. So I remember nursing Eli for the last time, and I was crying. I was weeping. It was just so utterly frightening and just heartbreaking. It was absolutely heartbreaking. And I remember he pulled back and he looked at me, and this little baby wasn't even 6 months old. And he just, it's like he made eye contact with me, and it was like he could see my pain. He could see how just broken I felt in that moment. And it's like he connected with me in a way that I thought, wow, like, I can't believe he did that. You know, I can't believe he's just a baby. He's just an infant. And it's like, he was just so present, and he was communicating something to me through his gaze that he obviously had no words, but he was communicating something so powerful and unmistakable to me. Like, I see you. I see, Mom. Like, I see you're scared, but it's okay. It's okay, Mom. This little baby. And I went through years of treatment. The first several years of Eli's life, I was undergoing all sorts of chemotherapy and surgery after surgery and radiation and. I remember one day I was very sick from chemo, and I came out into the playroom. We had a wonderful nanny who was helping us at the time, Eva, who was truly like an angel on earth. And I will always love her for helping me and my family during such an impossibly difficult time, and being so loving and wonderful with Eli when he was a baby. But they were there, and Eli was playing in a cardboard box, and he looked up at me, and his face was just like, you know, the most brilliant smile, and so joyful. And I just thought, oh my God, like, that's all the medicine I need. I just need that smile. He just instantly made me feel better when nothing else had been that day. And of course, I kept taking the medicine because I wasn't taking any chances. I did everything and then some to try and survive that cancer because I didn't want to leave my kids. And never imagined that I would survive all of that, and then we would lose Molly. I mean, it's just, I still can't believe it's happened. But Eli was always, he was like Molly's little baby doll. She was ecstatic and over the moon when he was born. And in fact, when she found out I was pregnant, which she did discover on her own, she found I told you I was sick all the time. So I used to always suck on these hard candies called Preggy Pops. And she saw like the little container of Preggy Pops, and there was a pregnant woman on them. And of course, she figured it out, and she asked me, and I told her, yes, it's true. And she was just so excited. Molly was always like a little mother. That was sort of her way with any little kid, any baby. So she was especially excited to have, Eli join our family. Nate was only 20 months younger than Molly, so she definitely did. She did take care of Nate as well, but they were very competitive. They were so close in age. They just did everything together around the same time. And so with that relationship, it was much more like she's the bossy older sister, and she's going to make him do the things she wants and not allow him to do the things she doesn't want and control him and all those things. So just a different dynamic. She was an amazing big sister to both of them. But with Eli, he was so much younger than her that she could really be like his little mother figure. And they looked so much alike. They both have, that kind of blonde hair and dark brown eyes and kind of a creamy complexion with freckles. And they both have the same dimpled chin. They really resemble each other, and they have a lot of the same mannerisms, same laugh, and it's just a lot of the same expressions I see on Eli's face are the same that Molly had. And she loved that about him, that he was like her little baby and looked so much like her. And it just really obviously breaks my heart that they only got 4 years together. I mean, it's absolutely devastating. And Eli also was, I honestly can't even imagine how we would have gotten through these past 5.5 years without Eli. All of us, me and John and Nate, obviously we would have found a way. People do, and we would have found a way. But he keeps us buoyant and light and away from like getting into a dark place and staying there, just because he himself is he's so positive. We lost our town, Pacific Palisades, about 1.5 years ago. Almost all of our town burned down. Our home is on a street where over 90% of the homes did burn down. Our home is one of the few that is miraculously standing. But with a standing home in an area like that, there's a lot of work that has to be done to make it safe to live in again. So we're still working on that. It's a huge endeavor. But one of the special things about Eli is like, even when we would go back to the Palisades, even immediately after the fires, I mean, this looked like literally like a war zone, like a bomb had been dropped on the place. And he always has the perspective of, oh, look, like this is still there. Look, Mom, like Chipotle's there. Or I'm so glad like this didn't burn down. This house, oh, so-and-so's house. Like he looks around and he sees what is there instead of what's gone, which is just such an amazing quality in a person. So when he wanted to come on the podcast, I initially thought, no, he doesn't need to do that. But he kept asking me, and I thought, you know what? He is such an awesome human being, and I really want to have on this podcast a wide range of guests just to share their stories. This is really a podcast that's all about storytelling, and we really should listen to kids more. I mean, my kids have taught me so much, and they still are every single day, and I realize it now more than ever since losing Molly, that little girl was such an old soul. She was so wise. I knew it when she was here, and now I really see it so clearly. And Eli and Nate, they're both special in their own ways as well. And Eli is just in a world where there's so much anger and despair and confusion and division. I am really happy to be able to share with you my little like ray of sunshine. He's sometimes, of course, he's a kid. He's 10 years old. He's a boy. Like he has his moments like we all do. But in general, he is honestly just so delightful and so fun and a joy to parent and to go through life with. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity and that I'm here, like that I survived cancer and I'm here and we're getting ready to go to New York to celebrate Eli's 10th birthday. I always took the kids, I took Molly and Nate each on an individual trip to wherever they wanted to go for their 10th birthdays. Molly chose Chicago and Nate also chose New York. My kids are theater kids, so they all chose a place where they could go and see a show that they wanted to see. Eli's very into Greek mythology, so we are seeing Hadestown. And yeah, it's just, I feel so blessed to have the opportunity. And one thing I also realize about Molly, since her passing, is that there's a lot we don't say while people are here. And I think people will enjoy this episode, but even if it's just for me and my family, I love the idea of just like preserving some of me for Eli, like, and for Nate, for my family for later, because someday they'll look back and they'll say, oh, look at mom, she was young there or whatever. And they'll take something from my words here. And there are things I can say on camera that, of course, I'm always telling Eli how much we love him and all the things, but some of these things about how much he's saved us are things I can say to you, to the audience, to the camera that he might not fully grasp at this point. And I'm happy that he'll have the chance to go back and look at this. And I'm really especially thrilled to kind of create like a little timestamp, of Eli when he's 10 years old and ask him questions. And like all of my podcast episodes, I don't do any prep. I don't have the time. So all I do is ask guests if there's anything they definitely would like to talk about and if there's anything they don't want to talk about. And I follow that. Like if there's something they definitely want to get to, I'll make a point of getting to it. If there's something they want to avoid, then of course I honor that. So that's all the prep we do. And same is true here with Eli. I did just kind of, because Eli's kind of a shy kid sometimes. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just like print out some different like questions, conversation starter type questions, in case we need some inspiration or topic or something, in case he gets stuck on whatever he's talking about. So I gave him that list. And while I'm sitting here talking to you now, he's out there with a highlighter, just kind of highlighting the ones that he would like to talk about and crossing out the ones he would not like me to ask him. So I don't know what those will be. I don't know what his answers will be. We haven't planned or rehearsed anything. And I do know he did give me 5 topics he definitely does want to cover. So I will make a point of covering those. He did not mention Molly, and so I asked him about whether or not he wants to talk about Molly, and he said probably not much because it makes him too sad. But he did, on his list of things he wants to talk about, he included the Molly Steinsapir Youth Board. So it's really nice that we have, through the Molly Steinsapir Foundation, we have a youth board, a group of teenagers that have their own sort of junior board, and they meet and they come together and they devise community service projects and all these things. And Eli has been hanging around these meetings since they started over a year ago and like dying to become a youth board member and very much wanting to join. And I said, no, you have to wait. But he and some of our other youth board members, younger sister Piper, really, like, they have the best attendance out of anybody, and they're actually so helpful, and they're very excited about joining. So we decided to make them like juniors. And I'm happy that he wants to talk about that. And that through the foundation, we have a way of keeping Molly present and a part of our lives in a way that he wants to talk about and that doesn't make him feel sad. So that is kind of the direction in which we're headed. I'll just say before I conclude and go and fetch Eli from the waiting room and begin our time together, that Eli, I am so grateful to be your mom. I love you so, so much. And I can't imagine what our lives would be like without you. You are just so much fun, and people are drawn to you because you have this wonderful spirit and energy, and you're so kind to other people, and you love animals just like Molly, and you're so gentle towards them. And I hope you never lose those qualities. I love you so very much. And I'll also add before he comes in here that Eli has been always very connected to Molly since she passed. This is also something, we won't get into because it's kind of sensitive for him. But after Molly passed, when Eli was still young, when he was 4, he took to sleeping in her room after she died. And prior to that, he never wanted to sleep alone. He would always have to sleep with one of his siblings or with his parents. And it was actually kind of like becoming an issue because he was 4. He was getting to be a big boy, and we were trying to kind of get him to sleep on his own, and he never would. And after Molly passed, he started sleeping in her bed all the time. And I would say to him, Eli, like, what are you doing? Like, he had his own room. He had his own bed. And it just became a bedroom for all of his stuffed animals. Eli's a huge stuffed animal collector. So he started sleeping in there, and he would say, well, I'm not alone. Molly's in here. She's here. She's here. She would come to me at night, and they just had this like spiritual connection. Eli also walked up to John, and John is a more skeptical kind of, analytical lawyer. I'm a lawyer as well, but I'm more of a woo-woo type of person than John is. And so Eli just walked up to John and started talking about how he was waiting to join our family, and how he wanted to go first, but Molly kind of pushed him out of the way, and she went first. He also seemed to know, by the way, that I had a pregnancy that I lost, that Molly wasn't actually the first, like that there was another pregnancy that I lost, which is something I don't really talk about, and certainly not to him at that time. And he said, yeah, I was waiting, and then Nate came, and he went second, and I was still waiting, and finally I got to come. And it kind of lines up with, of course, something I have not talked to him about ever, that I had this feeling, this incessant feeling that I could not get away from, that was coming to me when I was at my desk practicing law, when I was at, trying to sleep at night, whatever, like that feeling of like there's someone else that is meant to be part of this family. And he went and just wandered up to John and just said, yeah, I was waiting, and I was there forever. And like Molly and Nate came before me, and then I finally got to come. So I just really think that there's something to that. I think that we absolutely were synced up, that I was getting the energy from him that he was trying to make sure I got, and that it was all meant to be. And that he absolutely was sent here to do all the things he's meant to do in life, but also like, although since his entire life, now keep this in mind, since he was an infant, his mother has had cancer, we had the pandemic while he was in preschool. He was, on Zoom preschool, dealing with the pandemic, during which his 12-year-old sister went out on a bike ride and never came home and died. Followed by more pandemic. And then just when we were kind of starting to get into a bit of normalcy, the Palisades fire, and he lost his school, and has just been through so much, and is still, as you're going to see, such a bright light, and still always looking and seeing what's there instead of what's missing, and still making us laugh, and he's a little mischievous. Those of you who follow me know this about Eli. I mean, he famously ordered thousands of dollars worth of toys from Amazon when he was little, like 5. He thought he was just like creating a wish list, but he was actually clicking buy it now. Of course, this is my fault that I let him do that. I didn't know that was a possibility. I had no idea it was possible for him to buy anything now. And I thought he was creating a holiday wish list too. So we got tons and tons and tons of toys from Amazon delivered to us, including ride-on, like a Jeep, a giant dinosaur, a little motorbike. I mean, just beyond stuff. And that is a funny story about Eli that everybody will always laugh at and remember. A lot of it ended up getting returned or donated because it was a holidays. So we did it. That was the beginning of our Team Molly annual toy drive, and we still do it every year as a result. So he's mischievous, but he's so adorable and sweet about it, and always good-natured. And I'm so happy to introduce you to Eli. So I'm going to pause it, and we're going to bring him on. Hi, Eli. Welcome to my podcast, The Obliterated Place.
Okay.
I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy you wanted to be a guest.
Thank you.
You don't have to worry about that. You just talk normally and they can hear you.
All right.
It's pretty cool that you're the youngest person to ever be a podcast guest here at the podcast studio.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing.
It is. Why did you decide you wanted to be a podcast guest?
I don't know. I like getting involved in this stuff.
Yeah. I like you getting involved in this stuff too. It's really cool to have you here. So how are you feeling? How was your day today?
At school?
At school today. How was it?
I mean, it was a pretty normal day.
Yeah?
School day. I mean, I went to the book fair and I bought some books.
Nice. You like to read a lot, huh?
Yeah.
What are your favorite books to read?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Big Nape, Dogman, I don't know, those kinds of books.
Yeah. It's good that you're a reader. I got a question for you. Here's one. Would you rather live inside a book or inside a movie? What do you think?
Depends on what movie and what book.
Oh, well, give me the answer then.
Movie.
A movie. Okay. Like what kind of movie would you like to live inside?
A movie based on a book.
Oh, come on. What are you, a lawyer's kid? Come on. Like what kind of situation? Like an adventure? Like what would you like to be in?
A movie based on a book, I said.
I know, but would it be an adventure
what kind of book?
Story? Yeah.
Like a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Big Nate kind of story.
Oh, yeah. What makes you like those so much?
I like reading about middle school kids, I guess, for some reason.
Yeah. They're funny, right? You like the jokes and stuff?
Yeah. And I just like them in general.
You're also a really good artist. You've been, I see, drawing while you were waiting for me. You're a great illustrator as well, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that you actually are writing a book and illustrating it yourself. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. I started writing a book in I'm just starting in a little notebook, but then I'm gonna put it on, like, in Google Docs, I guess. So then I don't think it will be ready till like mid-2027.
Okay. All right. Can you give us a little teaser what your book's about?
Not yet.
No?
No spoilers.
All right. Well, I've read a little bit of it, and it's really, really well done. And your illustrations that go with it are awesome, too.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, Eli, we're getting ready to go to New York for your 10-year-old birthday trip. What are you looking forward to there?
There are actually 3 things I'm looking forward to.
Hit me.
Okay.
What? Not
You said
really.
hit-
What? Not hit me for real.
Well,
Like,
first I
lay
want
out
to go
the 3
to
things. What are you looking forward to? I actually don't know the answers, so. let's hear it.
first the Empire State Building,
Okay.
because New York is the Empire State.
Okay.
Then Central Park.
Mhm.
Then the Statue of Liberty.
Okay. All the main sites, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What are you most looking forward to, like, eating while we're there?
Eating?
Yeah.
Pizza.
Nice.
New York pizza.
I know your best friend Owen, his sister Ayla, told you about an awesome candy store that's in New York, right? We've got to find out.
M&M only.
Oh, it's M&M only. Ah, okay. We'll have to find that, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. One of the things that I asked you to give me, like, a few topics you wanted to talk about coming onto the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things you had on your list was about the Palisades fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you remember about that day?
I remember leaving my school Marquez early. And I remember all the traffic after leaving. So I think that, it was kind of stressing when we were staying in my dad's friend's house, because we didn't know if our house would survive or not.
Yeah.
Luckily, it did survive, so that's good.
Yeah.
A lot of houses on our street didn't survive. There are only like 3 or 4.
Yeah. And also your school burned down, huh?
Yeah, but they're back in business.
They're back in business. Yeah, they're back in business.
They're back at the place. They're back at the real school. They have like these little like bungalows and like, yeah. So it's not as big as the original one, but apparently the teachers and the students still like it.
Hmm. Yeah, I have heard that. Everyone who's back at the new reopened campus at Marquez is pretty happy to be there.
Yeah.
And we are going to be moving back home hopefully in November, which will be exciting.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to going home?
Of course.
Yeah? What are you most looking forward to?
Walking. I might go to Marquez in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I do, then I'm looking forward to walking to school.
Yeah.
Because apparently walking to school is nicer than driving.
Yeah.
Well, originally I did walk home and back to school, but with an adult.
Yeah.
I can walk alone.
You want to walk alone in 5th grade?
Yeah, I'm capable of it.
You are capable. Yeah, you are. For our audience, let's explain. So we are living in a rental house. We've lived in 3 different places since the fire. Like most Palisadians, we've moved around a bit while our home is being repaired and remediated. Yes, you don't have to raise your hand. This is not school. Yes.
I don't think Palisadian is proper grammar.
It is. It is Palisadian. That's a word.
That is.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's a word. Palisadian.
So I'm like Brooklynese. I could be like Brooklynese if I lived in Brooklyn, New York.
No, Brooklynite, I think.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Manhattanite. What?
Yeah. And so for us, it's Palisadian. All right, Eli, what's something you're looking forward to?
Like going back or just in general?
Whatever you want.
Ending the school year.
Why, Eli?
Because school is kind of boring.
Eli, what's your favorite subject in school?
History or reading?
Okay. What's your least favorite subject?
Math.
Yeah, I know. Would you rather have no homework or no tests? If you could choose one of those, no homework or no tests, which would you choose?
No homework, duh. Because you test every like 3 months. You test every like 3 months when you can have no homework every single day.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, so when you get to middle school, the tests are hard, but the homework takes like 4 hours. That's what my brother says. So no homework means no 4 hours of doing math and Spanish and pre-calculus and stuff.
Yeah. You were just telling me that other day that you really think that we should change to a week of 4 days with a 3-day weekend every weekend.
Yes, indeed I did.
Why?
Because it would be better for everyone. Just because the teachers get an extra day off and the students, and the students can get more rest for school, and it's more fair that way.
And do you think that people who are not in school, that they should work 4 days a week too?
Yes.
Really? Like
yes,
Dad?
I do. Mm-hmm. So they can get more time to rest up. Instead, they have like an hour more of a school day every day. That sounds fair.
Okay. What are you thinking you'd like to be when you grow up, if you know? What are you interested in doing?
Think I'm interested in being an author.
Oh.
Because I've kind of already started that work.
Yeah, and you're amazing at that. That would be cool. And that's definitely something that I think there will always be an interest in reading what people write, no matter what happens with AI or anything in the future. I think there will always be a need and something very special about what people create and what they write. And you are an awesome writer for sure.
Thank you.
If you could go anywhere in the world, what place would you like to travel to?
The Bahamas.
Really? I didn't know that. Since when?
That was a joke.
Oh, all right. Well, then give me a real answer. Where do you want to visit?
Can it be somewhere I've already visited?
Sure.
Japan again.
That's right. We just went to Japan for spring break. What did you enjoy most about Japan?
Just like getting more Pokemon cards there and other Japanese stuff and eating Japanese food and all this stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty great there. But we don't speak the language. Is that okay? It's fine for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There's no problem before. A lot of people, like all their tour guides.
Tour guides. Yeah.
Speak good English. Spoke.
Yeah, spoke.
Spec.
Which tour guide was your favorite? What tour did you like that we did?
I like them all equally.
Come on.
No, Mom.
Okay.
I can't say it. Because then some of them, because if the tour guides are listening, then they might feel kind of
left out or feel bad. Well, I don't think they are. They're in Japan. I don't think they're listening.
Still.
Oh, I like that about you, Eli. You're always sensitive to not making others feel bad, right?
And they don't deserve to feel jealous of the other poor guys.
Well, like recently you said you were more of a cat person than a dog person, but you didn't like it when dad said that, right? Because
the Dax might be listening.
I know. Are you, but he's not right now. So are you more of a cat person than a dog person?
I think I'm more of a cat person, yeah.
Yeah? How come?
Because cats are a little more chill and they don't like run around like crazy and you don't have to give them walks every single hour. And they know where to. I mean, dogs do know where to go to the bathroom once they're trained properly, like on the grass and stuff. But cats, like, memorize their litter box coordination.
Yeah, you do.
So it's easier to find where they go to the bathroom.
That's true. You're going to be going to summer camp soon. You looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Last summer was your first time going away to sleepaway camp. Was that hard for you?
No.
Not at all?
Not really.
Were you a little nervous?
At first, yeah, but then I realized it's no problem. It goes by too fast. That's why I'm going for a month this time.
Yeah. What am I going to do without you for a month?
Chill with Dad.
Chill? I guess so.
Aren't you kind of happy that you get some time without me and Nate yelling at each other?
I mean, yeah, I'm happy I won't have to listen to that. How come you and Nate argue a lot?
Because he's always stealing everyone's chargers.
Everyone's chargers?
and he always says it wasn't him, but then the next day I found a charger in his room.
Well, you and Nate like to play sports together, right?
Yeah, we do.
What do you guys like to play?
Basketball, but I always win.
You always win. Is basketball your favorite sport?
By far, for sure.
Yeah, I see you've got your Michael Jordan jersey on today, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. You're always looking cool with all the Jordan gear.
The thing is, I have like 8 Michael Jordan jerseys.
I know.
I have the North Carolina jersey, the Bulls jersey, this, and a bunch of other stuff.
What are you most looking forward to doing at camp for a month?
I feel like doing camp stuff like walking around fashionably.
Walking around fashionably? People are not going to summer camp to be fashionable. I guess you are, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, what? Like, you're looking forward to going to the lake, or you?
Yeah, probably the lake.
Yeah.
No, actually, there's this thing called Atlantis at my summer camp that me and Nick go to, and it's like this giant, like, floating, like, obstacle course in the middle of this lake called what lake?
What lake is that? Bass Lake or no? Pine Flat Lake. Pine Flat, right?
No, Atlantis is on what lake?
Oh, that's actually a name of a lake. What lake?
Yeah, what lake?
Are you sure? Is that a joke?
It's only called what lake during the summer camp time. But that's what everyone calls it because it's a joke. Because if someone's like, "Hey, what's that lake called?" Then they'll be like, "What lake?"
Oh.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
They'll be like, "That lake."
And what kinds of things do they have like that you like to get from the shop and everything there? Are there things you like to eat and drink there?
Yeah.
Like what?
Gatorade and chips.
Gatorade and chips? You always like to eat a lot of snacks, dude. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of a snacker. What are your favorite foods?
Doritos.
And?
More Doritos.
And?
Even more Doritos.
Hey, that's not true. What is your favorite thing to eat for dinner?
Taquitos.
You're just making stuff up, dude. You have never even had a taquito. I don't even know if you have. It's not your favorite food. What are you doing? Trying to be entertaining here?
Yes.
Come on.
Isn't that the point?
No, it isn't. No.
Are we entertaining people?
This is not entertaining. No, this is just having a talk.
But they're like, the whole world is watching.
I don't know who's going to be tuning in, but okay.
They're turning in.
But give me like real answers though. Okay.
Okay, fine. What's my favorite food?
Yeah.
Crescent rolls.
Crescent rolls. Now that is a true answer. That is true. Let's see.
Yeah, it's 100%.
If you
real.
could only eat one food for the rest of your whole life, what would it be?
Crescent rolls.
Oh, obviously.
What do you think?
If you had to give one thing up, would you give up your screen time or your candy?
Candy.
You'd rather have your screens? Yeah. What do you like to play?
What?
Yeah, like what do you like? What video games do you play?
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
That's a video game?
You didn't know that?
No.
There are like 30 Pokemon games.
All right. Well, let's go into some more serious questions, Eli. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Eli, who's your best friend?
I have multiple best friends.
Okay. Tell us.
Owen, Yasha, Demid.
Owen, Yasha, and Demid. All right. So what qualities do you look for in a friend?
Nice, cool, and friendly.
Friendly. Okay. Do you remember when you first met Owen? He lived across the street from us in the Palisades, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty lucky that you guys ended up at the same school after the fires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of being nice, when was the last time you kind of went out of your way to be nice to someone?
It's a kind of hard question. I'm thinking. When. Oh yeah, there's this once when. It was like one of the people in my class at Marquez. It's not the last time, but it's the only time I can think of.
Okay.
Right now.
And what happened?
They dropped something on the ground, so I picked it up and gave it back to them.
Well, that was nice, but I know you do a lot of nice things, Eli.
Okay, but do it the list every single
You don't have to list things, but yeah. Like if you see someone that's like not being treated nicely, what do you do?
Stand up.
Do you say something?
Sometimes, because, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool that you're now a Molly Steinsapir Youth Board member.
Yeah.
How come you wanted to join the youth board?
Because I want to support the foundation and do other stuff like that.
Well, what are you looking forward to doing as part of the group?
I don't know, helping people.
Like who?
Anyone.
Well, right now, who are we helping?
Well, I just got on the youth board, and I don't really know who we're helping.
Who's the foundation helping? We're helping the people who are affected by the fires.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we're getting them new furniture. Did you forget? Did you forget?
Totally not.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll give you a pass this time since you're a new youth board member, but next time you got to be on it, dude. Here's a good question for you. When is the last time you did something really hard? Like really hard.
Like really hard?
Yeah. Like a challenge for you.
My math test on area and perimeter.
Was that hard for you? Yeah. What kind of things that are difficult for you or that worry you?
I'm not really worried about math, but it's difficult for me.
Do you have anything that you worry about?
Not necessarily, no.
No. Well, that's good. I'm proud of you. You got the right attitude, but we all have our worries, don't we? Who do you think knows you best in the whole world? You don't have to say it's me, but if you want to say it's me, you can.
Like in terms of friends or family?
Anybody. Like if there's one person who knows you better than anyone else, who would that be?
Demid.
Demid? Your friend from Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I've had so many sleepovers with him, it's kind of hard to count how many.
Yeah. And do you confide in him and like share things with him during the sleepovers?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come Demid came from Russia?
Because of the war?
Yeah. It's nice that you have stayed friends with him, even though you guys are not at the same school since the fire.
Why would we not be friends?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes when people end up at different schools, it's harder for them.
I have his number.
That's true. That's true.
We call 33 times a day.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
I meant a week.
Who's been your favorite teacher so far?
Miss Lou.
Miss Lou, first grade at Marquez. Shout out to Miss Lou. All right. Well, Eli, anything you want to ask me? You can be the interviewer.
What's the most embarrassing thing that you ever did?
Oh, come on. You're going to put me on the hot seat here? The most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Oh, boy. Well, some of them might not be suitable to mention.
Can I say something that's appropriate?
I know. I have to say something that's appropriate. Some of them are not. I've definitely had a few instances where I fell flat on my face. That was bad, but nobody really saw that, although I felt really dumb. One time when I was a lawyer, I was working up in San Francisco, and I was up there for a big meeting, and I was in my suit, and I was on the phone. I was doing all these things, and I turned around, and fortunately, I don't think anybody saw me do this, but I walked so hard straight into a glass door. Literally, just walked completely. It was very clean glass. You couldn't tell there was even glass. And I just walked right into the glass door. That was pretty embarrassing.
Okay, we can move off this topic now.
Okay.
Because I know you don't like it.
No, I'm fine. I'll tell you anything. What else? What else would you like to ask?
Here's one that you've heard before.
Okay.
Would you rather live inside a book or a movie?
Oh, definitely a book.
Really? Why?
100%. Because I've always been a person that's into books more than movies.
I like both.
I can tell you the book I would like to live in.
What?
Anne of Green Gables.
What's that?
That was my favorite book when I was around your age. I was obsessed with reading the series called Anne of Green Gables. Anne was like this little girl with red hair, and they lived in Canada on the farm with her and her aunt and uncle, and I just loved it. I loved that simple life, and I loved Anne. She would go out and say that she went out into the beautiful open green space with a beautiful tree, and that made her, I remember, feel like she had the feeling of prayer, just being out in that space. So I always loved those books. So that would be my answer. And how is it possible you don't know Anne of Green Gables yet? We're gonna have to read those. I know
what that is.
We're gonna have to read those.
What's something you're looking forward to?
Ooh, something I'm looking forward to. I am so looking forward to going back home after almost a year and a half of being out of our home. I'm so looking forward to going back to Pacific Palisades, baby. Same.
What's the wackiest dream you've had recently?
Wackiest dream? Oh, man. I don't really remember my dreams that much these days.
I can tell you my wackiest dream.
Do you remember your dreams a lot still?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
My wackiest dream was when I kicked a soccer ball with a ladybug on it that went to the moon. Then the moon crashed down.
What? That's
No,
crazy.
I'm serious.
Do you ever dream of Molly still?
What? Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I do.
That's nice. I wish she would come and visit me in my dreams. I've been missing her.
I'll book a visit.
Okay. When she comes to your dreams, what are you guys doing in the dream?
I don't know. They're mostly just memories of stuff.
Memories, yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap it up.
Wait, one more.
One more, okay.
If you won $100, what would you buy?
Ooh, if I won $100, what would I buy? I would go to out to a nice dinner and buy I'd probably go to Sugarfish and have sushi and a nice glass of wine if I could afford that with $100. How about you?
Could. If I had $100, I'd buy Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards.
I actually already do have $100, but
Why do you have $100?
I have more than $100.
How much money do you have?
$250.
Where'd that come from?
Birthday money.
Birthday money.
It was just my birthday.
That's true.
I'm saving
For?
nothing. I'm just waiting for the precise moment when I want to get something.
Oh, good for you. It's good to save up.
Because, if I had $100, I'd buy Pokemon cards because I want to stay at my current balance of $250.
Mm-hmm. You like to collect Pokemon cards and what else? Squishmallows.
Yeah.
Yeah? What did you miss most from the Palisades? Because you lost all your toys and all your books and all your stuff. What did you miss the most?
I was in I was sleeping in my sister Molly's room, and she had a bunch of books and stuff, and I also kept some books in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed just reading those at night.
I know.
When my parents thought I was asleep.
Eli.
And maybe I'm still kind of reading books.
I know you are. I know. You don't go to bed when I tell you lights out. You keep reading.
I'm sorry, but okay, you kind of caught me.
Busted. Remember, this will be my last question for you, okay?
Okay.
Remember when you ordered all those toys from Amazon?
Yes. I did. That was an accident. I thought I was putting them on the list of stuff I want to get.
Yeah.
I thought add to cart, no, order meant.
You thought order meant wish list?
No, it was add to cart.
Were you surprised when all those toys arrived at the house?
More happy, but yeah, because I thought they were on the list.
Eli. So what, you thought I just ordered them all for you?
No. So I was surprised. I was surprised because I didn't think that they were actually going to come. I thought they were just on my list.
You got a lot of things. Remember? They got the ride-on stuff, the dinosaur and the Jeep and the bike. Remember all that?
Yeah.
Remember Nate was upset? He said, why did Eli get all of this stuff?
I don't remember that, but
I have it on video. All right, Eli. So, any words before we go?
goodbye.
Goodbye?
Amends.
What?
I don't know.
All right, Eli. Thanks for coming on to my podcast. You've been a lovely guest.
All right.
Would you like to come back again, do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Do a part 2, maybe. But first, Nate needs to come.
I'm happy Nate wants to come. I was surprised that he said he wants to come on.
Yeah, he's always going, why did he post me on Instagram? That's what he's like.
He doesn't want any picture of him posted, right?
Yes.
I know. I understand that. But so that's why I was surprised he wants to come on. But I'm happy he wants to.
Yeah.
We'll see what he wants to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Eli, this podcast is about when really difficult things happen to people, how they move forward. Even though something really bad or really hard happened, when the Palisades burned down or when we lost Molly. Do you have any advice for people in that situation?
It's okay to be sad and cry and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to hide it.
Yeah.
You can feel how you want to feel.
And what has helped you, like, get through really tough times that you've been through? What helps you?
Saturdays.
Saturdays? Why?
Saturday's the best day of the week
Why?
because it's a weekend and I can stay up later.
Mm-hmm.
Friday is the second best, but then Sunday. The only problem with Sunday is that it's school night and you're stressed about the Monday. Because
All
no
right.
one really likes Mondays.
Okay, so if somebody's going through a hard time, they should enjoy their Saturday. Is that the advice we're offering here?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right, people. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy all your days. We thank you for tuning in. This is Kaye Steinsapir and
Eli Steinsapir.
Eli Steinsapir. Thanking you for joining us on The Obliterated Place today. If you are watching us on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. And if you are tuning in, thank you so much. What? Like. Yes.
Subscribe.
Like. How do you know all of this? Like and subscribe. You tell them, Eli.
Like and subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe. And leave us a review, right?
Yeah, leave and put some stuff in the comments.
Put some stuff in the comments, people. All right. Wonderful. Thank you all. And we will see you again soon on The Obliterated Place. I'm your host, Kaye Steinsapir. Thanks for joining us today.
And me.
And you.